Welcome everyone to the Freestyle Cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I am with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
Okay, so every now and then we get comments to our videos, and in this case, I got comments from stuff when I first started out. And it's very hard for me to respond to something that a video that. Hold on, Scott. It's
okay.
1 second. It's very hard for me to respond to a video from 5 years ago. Because what I would have to do is watch the whole entire cast again. Because it's not like I have it from memory, 6,900 videos, what the response is. But it looked like somebody was bashing my looks or something, and oily face, and this, and you're an idiot, and you're this. And I look at some of these comments are just stupid. And then sometimes I get stupid things like, remember how I initiated the video games to the YouTube channel? Remember on Twitch? We talked about this the other night, Scott, right?
Yeah.
And I said that since year one, I said I was going to do video gaming on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I get comments and stupid things. And some of the stuff that I heard, people call me a man-child. I mean, we've had that. Somebody created a YouTube channel, Man-Child212. Remember that?
Yeah.
And bashing me and everything, thinking that I'm too old to play video games. Now, we've had that. Somebody had a YouTube channel bashing me, uploading my videos and stuff, and it got strike down. But anyway, that I'm too old, that all adults don't play video games. Now,
I'm looking at something that says wrong.
we got statistics, right,
Yep,
Scott?
I'm looking right here at the Statista portal.
Okay, so what does it say about males in America playing video games?
At the top here, it's saying age breakdown of video games players in the United States for this year, 2018. Okay, under 18 years old, 28%. 18 to 35, 29%. 36 to 49, 20%. Okay. Hold your horses, folks. Here comes the final one. 50 years and older, 23%.
Now that's one survey thing.
Players in the United States of current year of 2018.
But that's one survey company. The survey company thing I saw, the thing was 56% of males over 40 are playing video games. Now, if you look at all the YouTubers, okay, all the big name YouTubers, they're 20, they're 30, they're 40, they're playing video games.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole narrative that I'm too old to play video games or I'm a man-child is irrelevant because the norm is that over half the population
is 45 on up.
The United States plays video games over 40.
Mm-hmm.
So if that is the norm, then I can never be called a man-child because that is what the majority of the population is doing. It's expected that 1 out of 3 households, guys over, right, or whatever, has a video game system is playing, whether it be on your phone, because that's the thing, mobile gaming, or a console. And most of the people have PlayStation 4, by the way. Or you could have an Xbox One, you can have a Switch. So anybody that says that, like, they expect you at a certain age to be in a chair and scratching yourself, and just going to work, or coming home, scratching yourself, watching TV, talking like an old person, that is like so fiction. That's so like fantasy. So I can never be called a man-child because basically 56% of the United States men play video games at 40. Now, there's a reason I do this, and that is because I'm all for intellectual conversation. But when someone or a group of people try to comment, and a lot of times the Nightbot blocks it, okay? Even in the chat, they won't allow it. So nobody ever sees it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have, if you're gonna have a conversation with me, I'll have a conversation with anybody. But if we get name calling and we get stupid stuff, then I'm not really talking to that person. But please be intellectual and don't call stupid name calling and stuff, because that's just ridiculous. Man, child, whatever.
Yeah. When you start dropping the name calling, you've just blown your argument.
Lost your argument. Also, worry about you. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about. If you want to do something in your life, right? Do it. Right? Don't ever try to change a person. Like, don't set yourself where you're making a project to somebody and you just have to keep gnawing at them to change them, to change them, to change them, to change them, because then that's not a good thing, okay? I'm not going to change, and I don't need to change. There's a lot of people that like what I do more than people that don't like what I do. Now, like, I don't know why people made me play video games. Now, today I went to play Marvel's Capcom on Twitch, and I got stopped. Like, Capcom would not allow me to do a thing with Marvel's Capcom Infinite, like a story mode. No, won't allow it. They stopped it. So I got a thing that's on Twitch that's 16 seconds long. They stopped the whole thing.
Okay, that's
weird. And it's like, wow. Now we're gonna have games that are gonna pick and choose what you could. Talk about freedom of speech being violated. Now you can't put every video game on there. We know about the Switch that you can't do that, but this is ridiculous because didn't I even say Street Fighter 5 flagged me, and then Need for Speed, right? And then Injustice.
Wasn't that about music? Was one of those two?
So if you're gonna try to promote a game and play, and they're gonna block you, you're never gonna promote the game. And you know what? If that game loses sales, oh well. So I was pretty pissed off, but you know what? I'm like, well, that's great because I can never put anything up on here. I can't show anything without there being some type of problem. And I just think that all video game companies need to get over themselves, let you upload what you have to upload, because any type of publicity will be.
It makes me wonder if they're picking and choosing who they get to upload.
They shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. We're doing it out of the kindness of our playing the game on here.
Because you love the game. And you're wanting to
if you don't love the game, you wouldn't be doing streaming, you know? So, I don't know. I mean, is anything I say, Vaughn, crazy or no? I mean, we know people play video games. It's so stupid, right?
I just think it's petty that somebody would take their time out to, just nitpick at someone just for playing video games. I think it's dumb. And I think
some people do changes. I do changes to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right. When I first started, right, Vaughn, I just did the news, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then people were used to that. And then when I did podcasts, it was a big change for the subscriber base, but they adapted. They liked it, right?
Yeah.
Some people didn't like me doing podcasts. They were angry, like, no, I hate it. I want to see you do. And all right, then I did the Morning with Matrix Lord, Moon with Matrix Lord, whatever. I did them a lot. I did them consecutive,
Yeah.
And after a while, I said, oh, you know what? Maybe people are not. They don't like this. Maybe they're not. So I stopped. And then when I stopped, I got all this feedback. It's private messages and everything. Like, why are you stopping that? We like that. Like, since when? People like just seeing normal me walking, talking, no script, no whatever. Hey, I'm going to get a bagel. I'm going to go watch this movie tonight. I'm going to do. They like that. So I'm like, all right, I'll do that once in a while. I didn't do it like I used to. I used to do it every day, all the time. Flood my channel with walking, like Scott does his walkabout. I do morning with Matrix, right? Or whatever. Or if it's not morning, it's moving. And if it's whatever, I have all these weird titles, right?
Yeah.
So I have fun. Now, there's things on here. We try different things on here, like comedy things, like, characters and stuff like that.
Oh, yes.
People like that. They did. Yeah. And some people don't. Okay, you can never please everybody.
That's the thing.
But the thing that people have to understand is the only person that has to be happy is me doing it.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy with playing video games, I stop. I'm not going to do it for subscribers. I'm going to do it for myself. So I'm going to make you see what I like to do on here. If I get an itch and I decide to talk about my books for 20 casts, I'll talk about my books for 20 casts, which really don't happen. Yeah. If I decide to just talk about a review I don't know, whatever. We do it, I do box office all the time, right? We do box office stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly doing changes to the channel, and you know, it's not for everybody, and that's fine. Then wait for. If some people just come on this channel just to watch the Real Beans Cast, then wait for the Real Beans Cast. Some people like the Everything Show. Okay. Some people like all of them. Okay. Some people like the Horror Cast. We have an audience for that. Okay. Some people just like freestyle. Okay. Some people just like the Real Beans Cast Unlimited, which is me and one person for only one time, where they just appear, I interview them, boom. That's fine too. Some people like the thing on Twitch. We stopped doing the thing on Twitch. People were like upset we didn't do casts on there anymore. You know, and then we tried, you know, and in the video gaming thing, it's like, for some reason, Twitch, they like the cast more than the video game for us. So that maybe it's something we need to revisit at some point. But you know what? Ultimately, it's like that Star Trek The Next Generation episode where Captain Picard is kidnapped by the Cardassians. I'm not talking about the sisters. I'm talking about the alien race, the Cardassians. Okay? All right? And they kept torturing him, right? Yeah. Bob probably seen the episode too. And they want him to say that I don't know what the amount of lights were, but there was
4. I think there was like 4 lights, and he kept saying 5 or vice versa.
No. You got it all wrong. Yeah. There were, let's just say, I'm going to say that there were, say, 8 lights, right? But there were 8 lights. But they kept trying to say that there were 9 lights, let's say. There wasn't that extra light, but they tried to brainwash him, where if he said there were 9 lights, he was broken. And he was screaming whatever, and the last thing he said to them, no energy, no nothing. He screamed in the guy's face, and he said, there are 8 lights! Like, you know, guess what? Probably going to die in 5 minutes, but you didn't break me, dude. Now, when he went and talked to Counselor Troy, he said, they actually broke me almost because I did see 9 lights because they wanted me to see 9 lights, but I was smart enough to say 8 lights to show them they didn't break me.
And look at the DS9 episode where Cisco was put inside that hot box until he switched over to that outfit. They wasn't going to give him water, and and that's the same thing. That it was a similar style episode in a way, if you think about it.
But the whole thing is that you could gnaw at somebody, and you could do everything possible every single day to get them to change, to get them to, you know, you could try to think you're super smart and intellectual, and you could break the person. And if you think you're picking on them enough, they're just going to stop doing casts, or they're going to stop doing YouTube videos. And then they tell you something. I'm not one of those people that you could try it every day. I'm not going to change who I am. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I found the thing. It's called in the Chain of Command, Part 2, Picard was tortured by Marid, a Cardassian, who tries to force Picard into telling him there was 5 lights.
Right, it was 4 lights.
There was 4.
Right.
He could have used any other method to break Picard's will, but why 4 lights? And that's pretty much
why 5 lights, right?
But that's pretty much what it was.
And they wouldn't give him food or water, right? They wouldn't give him anything unless he said it. He wouldn't say it because he wouldn't say it. Couldn't break it. Yeah. And we all know what happened to Cardassians anyway, because we see it. They got screwed over in Deep Space Nine. But anyway,
it's just.
So that's the whole point. It's
you beat someone down to try to get you to do what you want them to do, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and nobody should try that either. Honestly, get over it. All right, that was our quick.
There's one cookie, not 2.
Yeah, we're gonna get back with the Everything Show. Thank you guys. Take care. Bye for now.